Hello, so this is another video on how the Flow device is going. So I've had a couple of comments and I thought, yeah, I should probably make another video, and I've just been lazy and not made one. So I've been using it for in total about 5 months and 2 weeks. Yes, I did look that up on the internet, how many months is 22 weeks. And I think it's been about 4 months since I made another video, the previous video even. In all honesty, I don't think it's made that much of a difference, really. And that's just me being honest. So I am still using it. I've only missed one day, but I do have a couple of ideas as to why I've not really noticed much of a dramatic difference as I would have maybe expected. So firstly, someone commented on maybe my second video, the one with the cat t-shirt, saying I wasn't wearing it high enough on my head, and I don't think I was. I think I basically had it like just above, as I wrote, above the eyebrows. So I remember putting it on and thinking, oh, it mustn't be on my eyebrows. So I have corrected. I'm wearing it a little bit higher up. So yeah, my like hairline's here. So here. But yeah, so I've corrected that. So I don't know if that maybe had more of an effect than I thought it might have had. I mean, maybe I was barely stimulating that part of my brain. So yeah, oops. So that might have, I mean, maybe it hasn't had a ginormous effect. It wouldn't have had a ginormous effect. I don't know, but potentially it could have had an effect. So we've corrected it, and we are still using the device. Although I'm really bad at doing it regularly. I end up leaving it to the end of the week, and so it ends up being Saturday and Sunday, and then I'm like, oh no, I need to do this. And then the next week I'm like, well, Monday, I don't know if I should do them too close together. I don't know. So then I delay it a few days, and then it becomes the weekend. And so yeah, maybe that's not good. I don't know. I mean, I'm still doing it twice a week. But yeah, so yeah, I don't really know. There have been a few other things that have changed that could have had an effect on my mental health. I mean, looking at my mental health as a whole, I'd say, I don't know, I'd say it's really tricky, to be honest, because some days it's fine, other days it's not fine. Yeah, I'd say maybe it's about the same. Sometimes, I don't know if anyone else has ever experienced this, but when you're stuck in your head, it's really hard to tell because you're always in your head all the time. And I don't know how well I'm explaining this, and it's kind of hard to tell any difference. I mean, maybe that's just me. I mean, no one's really said anything that dramatic to me or that they've noticed. So I'm gonna say my mental health's been about the same. Like, some days are kind of crappy, other days are not. Like, I'd say I get mood swings. Like, sometimes I'm like not euphoric, but I feel quite like, oh yes, things are good, this is cool, like feeling. And then other days it's a bit like, oh yeah, this thing is stressing me out, now this thing. And it's just, yeah, I don't really know. Like, so big thing that's probably of note as well, is, so I think I said in my first video I was on 12.5 milligrams of sertraline, and I decided I wanted to come off of that. Probably not the best time, I don't know, to come off of it, but I did it anyway. Which, as I emphasize, I do not recommend. This is all completely my decision, my potentially unwise decision, so I expect full responsibility. I do not recommend that anyone else does that at all, and I'm not advocating to do that. I'm just silly and do silly things. So yeah, please speak to your doctor or GP, or yeah, just please do not do what I do. Basically, I should call this video "Don't Do What Lorna Does." But yeah, so let me check my calendar and see when I stopped taking the sertraline. So yeah, the 30th, so well, 2 weeks ago today, I decided to stop taking it. So initially, for the first like couple of days, I thought, okay, I'll do like 1 day on, 1 day off, 1 day on, 1 day off. And then I realized, I was like, maybe my levels might be kind of going up and down, and that might not be good. So I was just like, whatever, let's just stop and see what happens. So we did. And stopping hasn't had as much of a bad negative effect as I've thought it would. I mean, I feel like I might be more sensitive and a little bit more temperamental, maybe. I mean, I don't really hit out with people. I hit out with people in my head, but I never do it in real life. But yeah, so I stopped taking that. I mean, maybe it's too soon to tell. But yeah. So yeah. What else to say? Sorry, my mind has just gone completely blank. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep going. I think going forward, I'm gonna keep using it, just because why not? I've got it. It's not doing anything bad. It still does sometimes leave slight redness on my forehead. I mean, yeah, you can't really see anything now. I haven't used it today anyway because I didn't need to use it today. It does, but you know, it's still a bit stingy, but it's bearable. It's fine. The pads, helpful tip. I don't know if this is just a UK thing. I don't really know where Flow Device is sold in the world, to be honest. I assume Sweden, because it says it's made in Sweden on one of the boxes. I don't know. But in the UK, if you have it, it's better to, when you buy the pads on the app, is to get 2 boxes of pads, because then you get free delivery. Or I do anyway, which is always cool. Saves a few quid. So yeah, fun tip. So yeah, you kind of have to keep buying pads, and if you've got someone else, like my husband is using it as well, obviously you go through the pads twice as quick, but that's fine. We kind of go 50-50 anyway on it, so yeah. But yeah, the app gets you to kind of record scores, so it makes you kind of do a questionnaire once a week about how things are. I'm pretty bad at filling out the questionnaire. I mean, I fill it out, but I'm like, just to be like, oh, I'm just filling this in for the sake of filling it in, so it will let me do the session. But yeah, that's probably not good. Honestly, I'm such a bad example. Please do not do anything I do. But yeah, on another note, I have found a rather helpful book, which I would recommend very much. It's called Addicted to Anxiety by Owen O'Kane. Yeah, as you can see, I love it so much that I have put these little thingies, whatever they are, sticky bookmark things in, which I've never really done with books. It shows how much I like it. And yeah, honestly, like, I feel like it's a different perspective. Like, I almost do agree, I am addicted to anxiety. But yeah, just because, like, I don't know, it just feels the right thing to do sometimes, like overthinking and stuff. But yeah, I'll read the this is helpful to read. Just kind of just questioning. But yeah, it's a very good book. He kind of talks about how we're kind of addicted to anxiety, or obviously his idea that we are addicted to anxiety, and kind of, you know, recognizing that, and like kind of different useful techniques and stuff. I kind of thought this was a good idea, but really I should have written notes as I read it at the same time, instead of putting all these sticky things in, because then I'm going through the page and trying to work out what I thought was helpful. But there are a lot of helpful things in this book, so I highly recommend it. For me anyway, I found it helpful. But yeah, so it's quite brutally honest, it's quite like down to earth, it's not wishy-washy and stuff. I mean, I'm so wishy-washy in this video, but yeah, I'm just a wishy-washy person. And then I'm also reading, this is turning into a book review, this other book that I need to read more of, but I bought this book. It's called Dare the new way to end anxiety and stop panic attacks. So yeah, this is, again, it just kind of teaches techniques, and it's kind of very generic. Talks about this response called the DARE response. So I must be honest, I bought this book, and maybe I'm being really stuck up. I'm just being super honest. And I thought it was a kind of, because I don't want to diss the guy who's written this book at all. But initially I bought the book, and then afterwards I looked at it and I was like, oh, is this just some sort of life coach kind of thing I've bought? That, because I'm not really into these kind of big life coach, you know, kind of setups when it's all very kind of financially driven and you can pay thousands and thousands of pounds to do a course. And I thought, oh crap, have I just bought something like that? But in all honesty, it is helpful, this book. So yeah, I would recommend it. Maybe I was being a bit narrow-minded. So yeah, other good book. And finally, because this is quite clearly a book recommendation video now, I have got this book as well that my husband very kindly gifted to me. I've not started reading it yet, but I'm looking forward to reading it. I hope these don't record back to front. The titles, if it does, it's called Stop Overthinking, which is something I'm very good at, overthinking, but I'm not very good at stopping overthinking. So yeah, I'm sure it's a very good book, but obviously I need to read it to confirm that, but yes. So yeah, what else to say? I've started a new job, and my old job was quite stressful for many different reasons, so, and almost triggering of my anxiety, well, was triggering of my anxiety / OCD for many reasons. So yeah, I've started a new job that is, a new job that's a bit different, a bit better for my life circumstances. So yeah, it's the first week, so it's hard to tell, but I have like massive imposter syndrome. I'm just like, they've made a mistake hiring me. They're going to realise. But then I'm just like, okay, if they don't like me, they can just fire me and it will be fine. So yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say. I don't think there is. But yeah, I'm going to continue using the Flow device. I don't really know what else to say about it, to be honest. If someone were to say to me, would I recommend it? I'd say, yeah, for sure, give it a try. Because I mean, my brain is completely different to someone else's brain, so it might have a bigger, more pronounced effect on someone else, maybe. I mean, maybe I just need more time with it. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna keep going with it, and we'll see what happens. Maybe now that I'm wearing it correctly, it might have more of a difference. I mean, maybe because the pads weren't in the right place for the initial, I think, the activation phase, maybe that had a big effect. I don't know. Also, I don't know if I've said this before, but I'm just going to say it again. Their customer service is actually really helpful. I sound like I work for them. I don't work for them. I'm not paid by them, but honestly, I had a question. I can't remember what it was. Something about the timing of the days or whatever. And I emailed them and I thought, yeah, it's going to take ages. And they replied really quick, and they were actually really chill. I was like, oh, this is cool. So yeah, I recommend their customer service. But yeah, so that's about it, really. I mean, one thing actually, thinking about it, that has got better, I am blabbering, so please feel free to change to a different video or do something else with your life now. But little things I have, so I was very fixated on certain tasks, household tasks, being done once a week, to the point like I couldn't feel comfortable until it was done, and things did not feel right in the world until they were done, and then I do them and I get almost like a high and being like, oh, all is right with the world. Like, so i.e. cleaning the bathroom, hoovering and mopping certain floors. But yeah, managed to push it back to 10 days, and then suddenly I got busy, and then suddenly it was 2 weeks, and now I'm just like, okay, 2 weeks, this is fine, nothing bad is going to happen, no one died, it's cleaned, and then that's it. I mean, it gets dirty again anyway, but yeah, I suppose it's almost that idea of of resetting, like all these YouTubers and TikTok people. I do not go on TikTok, but these people who do all these TikTok videos, I don't know, I just don't like TikTok. It's brain rot, although I go on YouTube Shorts, so it's exactly the same thing, just with a different name. Yeah, I think a lot of these cleaning videos, they do not help, and they make you feel like you need to clean all the time. But I mean, they're cool. They're quite satisfying to watch, but also I don't think they have a good effect on me. But yeah, so I think I'm just starting to blabber about random stuff now. So yeah, this is probably my longest video actually. I hope YouTube uploads it easy. We'll find out. But yeah, anyway, hopefully I'll make another video sometime. Sorry for the 4-month delay. But yeah, bye.